Hi one and all. So, day before yesterday, I guess, me and my colleague were discussing like how exactly when we scan the ID card, like office ID card, as soon as we tap on the door, it automatically, this is ID card, okay, automatically it opens the door and automatically it updates in the portal, like portal or app. So automatically the attendance is updated. How exactly does this process happens? We know like two devices or anything, two things, whenever they are communicating, either we need Wi-Fi or we need Bluetooth. Okay, but here neither we are using Wi-Fi. Like we need to have the Bluetooth or Wi-Fi in the both devices. Okay, so neither we are not using Wi-Fi, neither we are not using the Bluetooth. But how exactly does the communication is happen? So then this led to the concept of NFC. NFC is also a kind of communication thing, like similar to Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. It's a protocol to communication protocol thing. So NFC is literally stands for near field communication. So those whichever devices are which are near less than 4 centimeters, they can communicate via NFC. But how exactly does NFC communicates? Here it uses the magnetic field. Wi-Fi uses the radio waves. Here, with the help of magnetic fields, the communication happens. Now you can ask me how exactly the magnetic thing is producing from the ID card, or how exactly does this thing. So before going into this concept, we will understand exactly what is magnetic induction and everything. I think we all might have forget like somewhere, like I have forget, like I have to research about, like not research, I have to study again about like what is magnetic induction and everything. So then it goes here. So magnetic induction is basically whenever you are changing in the whenever there is a change in magnetic field, the electricity will be produced. Okay, when the magnetic field is constant, no, the electricity is not produced. So whenever there is a change in magnetic field, automatically the ammeter moves. So that means change in magnetic field produces the current. Okay, similar happens with the current also. Like whenever there is like change in the electricity, then automatically change in magnetic field or magnetic field is produced. Like whenever the current is flowing through one wire, automatically the magnetic fields are producing via that. So this is the basic thing which we have learned in our 11th class or in 10th class. Okay, now coming back to the thing, um, so this is a thing. So what exactly happens in the ID card and the door reader? So here if you see, so this is actually our ID card kind of thing. Okay, so on this ID card we have, like in this ID card whatever we have, so it has one chip. Okay, and it has this copper coils. Okay, the coils, and this is a chip. Okay, so ID card is never charged. Okay, but still how it communicates, that's a question, right? So what happens is like the reader is there. You might have seen the reader is always connected to like electricity. Like if you see above that, it is connected to the electric wires might have been seen. Okay, if as soon as the electricity goes off, that doesn't work. Okay, so then what happens was like okay, so then what happens basically is like normally it is connected to the electricity, right? So electricity, change in electricity produces, like electricity produces of course magnetic field. So this reader starts producing the magnetic field. Then our ID card, whichever is there, it will like, okay, it will detect the magnetic field. So whenever the magnetic field is detected, there is change in the magnetic field. Okay, so as we before this we have discussed, whenever there is a change in the magnetic field, the electricity is produced. So now copper coil gets charged. Okay, so they will start getting the current, and slowly this chip starts getting powered. Okay, whenever this chip is power on, or whenever this chip is powered, then what happens is like chip has a memory. Like in our case we have employee ID card, I mean employee ID. Okay, so slowly this chip has like that memory. Slowly what it will start doing is like it will like it will ask, like we have transistors kind of thing, right? Like switch transistors will act as a switch. So what happens basically is, so this will whatever memory, like it has to send the employee id. How it will send to the employee id? We know devices in the ultimately they will communicate via zeros and one. So it will ask this transistor like switch on switch off. If it wants to send the like our let's say our employee id is something like abcd, it will convert into 01 like this. So if it wants to send the 0, it will ask transistor to switch off. Then automatically what happens was like from this side it has to send a magnetic field, right? So here it is not capable to produce that much magnetic field. So instead of producing the magnetic field, the switch like transistor whatever is there, it will stop getting the magnetic field from the reader. So then what happens was like immediately the reader detects, okay, whatever now I'm sending the magnetic field, the chip like whatever the id card, it is not getting like it is not taking the id card, I mean sorry, not taking the magnetic field. It means it is 0. So whenever it is taking the id like magnetic field, it means that is 1. In that way the reader will read those bits and it will update inside it, and automatically the reader whichever is at the door, it will send it to the one access controller. That access controller is like a server. So this server, it has a chip like whichever employee ids like should be allowed that has those chips, and it will update like if it will check in the data, and if that id is there, then it will allow you, and this will send the data to the particular wi-fi server. So in this way the communication happens, and you can see this communication even in the, like as I said before, visa cards, or nowadays we are getting tap and pay. How exactly tap and pay is working, that is also using the NFC. So like I have just like I have used a card, like I have installed an app. Wait, what is that app? I'm just checking. Huh. And uh, mhm. ah, that is NXO tag info card. Okay, if you see here, this is the and like this is the app which you can see, that is NXF info. There you can see like our if you tap this, um, like this is my id card. If you tap this, that id card in down of your phone, like if your phone has NFC thing, just on it, and if you tap below that, and it will immediately read that. So that's also a kind of NFC. So this is how the NFC things exactly works. And if you have any further doubts or anything, just let me know. I would be happy, and I would be happy to learn. Thank you.